Interesting topic. We've gave many examples of science, nature. This one's of the ant. An ant, when we look at an ant, it looks so insignificant to us, looks so small, so powerless. And we we can learn from Shlomo Melech that those who are lazy are told to go study the ant. What does this mean? I learned from this book that in when an ant works, it can build its storage in a tree for up to 6 months with wheat, for example, and it does so, and builds piles and piles of it, and stores all this food for months and months at a time. It thinks it works very smart. It's very careful. It doesn't steal from. They don't steal from each other. They mark their food with a scent so that they know which food is theirs and which food is their friends, their neighbors, their families, whatever it is. And they build these cities. They will build these tunnels that are constantly intertwined, that never collapse. It's an extremely organized society in which you have these colonies. You have the queen ant, you have soldier ants. And when you think about it, at first glance, we look at an ant and we say, this is such a weak animal. This is the smallest animal. And we even use it as an expression. We say, oh, you're going to be crushed like an ant. Oh, you're small like an ant. And we think that an ant is so weak. However, it creates such a thriving community. And at times, Chovot HaLevavot, this book describes how they have a quality that lions are lacking. As strong as the lion may be, at times it is lacking food, unlike the ant. It's funny, but it's so strong, and it goes, a lion will have all this strength. However, they need to work in packs. They need to work together. And sometimes when food is scarce, they start fighting each other. They don't have this unity. And so then lions can actually eventually go hungry and even starve. So, sometimes it's not how strong you are, or how strong you look that makes you stand out. Unfortunately, we had a recent incident in our community where we had a, beautiful person that was always about exercise and being strong and healthy. And unfortunately, she passed recently at a very young age. So sometimes we think that that's what we need to be. We need to be strong. We need to portray ourselves as these big bodybuilders, show off and say, hey, look at me. But really, at the end of the day, that is not the determining factor as to whether you're going to thrive and survive at all. It can certainly help, but it is not the ultimate only factor of survival. We read in Birkat Hamazon and we say this in Birkat Hamazon and we learn it from Tehillim. Kefirim rashu ve'raevu. Young lions may want and hunger. And in this book, we read this quote, Na raiti gam zakanti v'lo raiti tzadik nezav. I've been a youth and also aged, but I have not seen a tzaddik forsaken. We might see that there's many situations where you have tzaddikim that may be impoverished, but they're never abandoned. The same way that Hashem saves the smallest of creatures, takes care of each and every single one of us to ensure that he's there for us. So ask yourself, do you see yourself being as modest of an ant, as modest as an ant, or as strong as a tiger? Let's try to do both. Let's try to be modest. Hashem will protect us no matter how small we are. And Hashem will always be there for us to let us survive. And, no matter how strong we are, but we should still try and thrive to be as strong as a lion. Remind yourself that the true model for success is to remain having bitachon in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thank you very much. Have yourself